Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Soulful Feasts, bite-sized information to nourish your body, mind, and spirit. I'm your host, Stephanie Zubiri, and welcome back if you're a regular listener, and welcome if you are new. If you're new, please subscribe, please rate us. I hope you will enjoy this program. We have, as always, some very exciting guests. Now, today is all about the girl boss. Now, I know in recent years, it's kind of taken a negative connotation, but I think rather than taking a negative connotation of that hustle culture, rise and grind, it's actually taken a whole new evolution of what it means to be a girl boss. I mean, for me, a girl boss is someone who is empowered, who has choices, someone who can be independent financially and in her life. And there is one person that is so dear to me, I'm so lucky to call my friend who embodies all of that, Cristalle Belo. Hi.
Hello, Steph. Thank you so much. I am an avid supporter of your podcast and all your retreats.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to finally be here and share this space with you.
You know, babe, I am so grateful that you agreed to come on the show because as a friend, guys, really as a friend, I really saw a shift in your energy the last 2 years. I always say it's like you've really stepped into your power, girl. You are radiant, you are glowing, you are taking life by the reins, and that's amazing. So congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you. We
Thank
can
you.
really see it. Now,
Exciting times.
super.
And guess what? I'm 42. So I think it was really a 40-year-old turning point.
Gets ko.
You don't care about what other people say. Like to a recording artist in the house.
I know, right? The why not? Bahala na.
The why not group. We
Why
are the
not? Why not group? We don't care na. Bahala na. Whatever we want to do,
Exactly.
we can do it, diba?
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. So for me, you embody the ultimate girl boss because you know what? You are the boss of every aspect of your life. You are in full control. You take charge. You are an entrepreneur, a daughter. You have a legacy to take care of. You are a wife, and you're an amazing friend. What does it mean to you to be a girl boss?
You know what? Well, first and foremost, I used to dumb it down and I used to, be shy about it. No, I'm not my mom's heiress. No, I didn't like it. I felt really awkward. And honestly, I felt that, remember when people would say, nako, big shoes to fill, especially
Oh my
with
God.
Dr. Bello, right? Big shoes to fill.
Hirap
So,
nun.
and you come from a perspective where you are insecure and you are fearful.
Yes.
Nako, scary, big shoes to fill. And when you get that concept and you kind of do a paradigm shift and you say, no, it's not about big shoes to fill. Let's not look at it that way. Let's take out fear in our life and let's just be, right? What are my strengths and what can I bring in to the table? And to unapologetically embrace that
Yeah.
and be fearless. And that's where everything kind of just opened up.
Yeah.
All that energy, it's, at the end of the day, guys, it's mindset.
Why should you be ashamed, right?
Yeah.
You have been given a gift, you have been given a legacy.
That's actually something I want to ask
Right?
you because
Okay, go.
just
Ako
looking
nang
at your
na-interview.
recording artist face, you are so brave. This is the Philippines.
Yeah.
And alam mo na, masyado,
Yeah,
people
daming
have
comments.
too much time on their hands. Madaming comments, madaming nag-o-osyoso.
Alam mo.
Look, it's my life, it's not your business. Bakit ka may comment? Ikaw ba nagbabayad sa akin?
Correct,
Diba? Parang
correct.
ang daming comment ng lahat ng tao. I wanna ask Steph, bakit ka super brave? Saan mo nakuha yung pagka-brave mo?
Kasi I stopped caring na girl.
Okay.
I stopped caring. I mean, I feel like I've been through so many quote-unquote failures in my life that I've actually turned into great learnings, into empowering, I would say, wisdom to move forward and to help other people with it. So what if my song doesn't do well? Okay, who cares? I had fun making it, And if the naysayers na nagsha-share ng mga post-engagement pa rin yun.
Exactly. I think
mean,
yung
I
parang
don't
one
care.
aspect there is that, di ba and this happened to me guys, takot ako mag-fail.
Yes.
And so I was always, especially, di ba, big shoes to fill kay Dr. Belo, I can't show the world na, hindi successful si Cristalle. lugi siya dito, failed tong project niya, 'di ba? So I was so scared to fail.
Yeah.
And I'm scared to for other people to see such failure in me. Now that I'm 42, all turning 42 next month, I just look at it, I'm like, I'm so stupid. If I embrace that, and I embraced failure at a young
Absolutely.
age, hardship, failure, you can throw yourself at it, 'di ba? Bata ka pa. You
Yeah.
have so much time to make up for it. Mas better talaga fail and fail fast and then
Pick
pivot.
up.
Pick up, pivot.
Pivot.
Diba?
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
that for me was a big lesson. And looking back, if I spoke to my younger self right now, that's one thing that I would tell her. Like, don't be afraid to fail. I mean,
Yeah.
especially, the families we come from, they are very supportive. Like, they will not judge us for it. And honestly, what was
Absolutely.
stopping us was really what the outer world would think and how we would be judged by the outer
Actually,
world.
it's not even that, it's us. What is stopping us is us because we're allowing whatever the outer world is saying to affect us.
Dictate. To dictate who we
yeah,
are.
and to dictate how we react. Like, who cares? And you know what I realized? If you own your energy, no one said to me, sino ka na mag-record ng song? No one. Because I put it out there. This is for fun. I'm
I'm
enjoying
like,
it.
Steph, high five!
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
yan. Gusto
okay
ko na maging recording
Diba?
artist.
Why not? So I feel like, because I entered it like that,
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Like, whatever, this is fun. I'm enjoying it. Oh, tingnan mo, I have 2 new songs lined up.
Wow.
Watch out! Ang kapal!
And I think, I don't know, but it comes maybe with that we found the love of our lives who also support us and love us no matter what. Feeling ko malaking factor yan.
Actually, I found the love of my life is me. Ah,
I
yeah,
love
because
that.
Scott is my soulmate and he is like a big supporter in everything I do. But ultimately, it comes from I know I deserve to have whatever I want to have. I deserve the life that I want to have and the opportunities that I want to have. And that is, really empowering. So, yes, having a great love, a great partner, someone who can watch the kids while I was on the retreat. I didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
He takes my content. I mean, it's such a big deal. And he really supports every endeavor I do. But it's also because I demand that, because I deserve that. And vice versa, diba? I think,
Absolutely.
So wait, going back to you,
Okay.
bakit naging ako yung interviewee?
Galing
Wait
ko
lang.
magana. No,
Wait.
but okay, so what does it... Ano ulit yung
Okay,
question?
no, ito na. What was
Okay.
your...
Turning point?
What was your turning point for you? Like that you said, enough already with this, like downplaying myself, dimming my light, having fear. What was like, did something happen? Was there a low point where you're like, tama na, this is my time?
I think we go through seasons as women and as human beings in general. And I did go to Australia for 2 years. Hunter was 2 and Sienna was 0. So when we came back, Sienna was 2 and Hunter was 4. I devoted 2 years of my life just serving them and serving the family. Wala akong ginawa except mag-laundry. Di ako marunong magluto, so Justin did the cooking.
Yeah.
But I did the cleaning, the laundry, everything else. And to be honest, it
Mahirap.
pushed me. Mahirap, but I was getting so bored. And I felt like I can do so much more. And these are things that I can honestly outsource to other people.
Yeah.
So I really fought for it. Let's go back to the Philippines. I need to go back. Belo Essentials is there. Belo Medical Group is there. I need to come back.
And that's a big family decision that impacts
Yes.
you guys both, right? Was that a challenging conversation to have?
Definitely. I mean, there wasn't really much for Justin to do here. But since we got here, well, even in Australia, we were already, if we go back, which we will definitely go back, what can we bring with us from Australia? Which Justin's launching his wine. Justin worked on a wine project, which is more for the Filipino palate. And less than 500 pesos, guys,
Gusto
per
ko
bottle.
yan.
Ha?
Okay.
So it's really affordable for everyone because we want everyone to be able to try the best of Australia grapes. Diba?
Yeah.
So we have that. And it was just like, let's just move back. I need the help. Hindi ako sanay, walang kasambahay. So, and then
Mahirap.
yeah,
Oo,
mahirap. But when I
yeah.
moved back, I realized, oh my God, I have so much time in my hands. And to be honest, Yana was 2 years old. So she was growing and didn't need me as much. And that's when I realized I can put my energy into other projects. So I dug deeper, and it really started from sino ba ako? What do I stand for?
Yeah.
And I think with all my businesses, they are my babies. They are a reflection of me.
Yeah.
Diba? So Belo Essentials, we want to empower women by giving them affordable dermatologist-tested products that
Yeah.
work. Made in the Philippines for Filipino skin, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. And then I was going into my health and wellness era because when I came back, alam mo to, as 187 pounds.
That's heavy.
That's
Yeah.
super heavy.
Yeah.
And Sienna was too. It's not like because nanganak lang ako.
Yeah.
It was like I was really big.
And let's not discount what that does for our own perception of ourselves, right? I think a lot of moms end up trapped in this funk and they feel like they're stuck
Hopeless.
in this
Exactly.
body and they feel hopeless. And it's not shallow, guys, because also being overweight comes with a lot of other health problems.
Exactly.
It's not even about just being
Visual,
sexy or
yeah,
whatever. It's
exactly.
really about how healthy can you be as you grow old so you're not a burden to your children.
Absolutely. So I wanted to be healthy. I felt like I couldn't go up the stairs. Parang I just carrying all this weight with me, which hindi ako sanay.
Yeah.
And it was mabigat. Like I couldn't be moved fast. So I went into a 1-year weight loss balik alindog journey. So, I started by doing weight training over cardio.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I started using Ozempic. And so this is the weight loss drug that everyone's talking about. I started using it and I realized, this is not healthy. I can't be on this forever.
Yeah.
So I started searching, what else can I use? What's a natural product that I can use? And then I chanced upon the Feel Great system, which has a yerba mate drink. It's just like matcha. So what
Yes.
matcha is to Japan, yerba mate is to
Argentina,
Yeah, Argentina.
South America.
South America, exactly. So I love it because it's my tea in the morning. It gives me energy without the crash, but it also cuts my appetite. So I love it. It's so good. I drink it every morning. I don't drink coffee every day. I practically drink coffee maybe twice a week.
Yeah.
But this yerba mate, I drink it once or twice even a day.
Okay.
And then I found a special fiber blend which has 7 different fibers. You drink it bago ka lumamon. So bago mag-lunch and bago mag-dinner.
Bago ka
Bago ka lumaman. So,
gusto ko yan.
yeah, it expands in your stomach. So konti kain mo lang, busog ka na. And then it's mabigat. So it stays in your stomach throughout the afternoon. You're not constantly, munching on something. So I found it. It's patented and it's FDA approved and it's all natural. And it's like, this is it. So I started using it on myself, and then all my friends started seeing I was losing the weight.
results,
I
yeah.
lost 40 pounds, guys. 40 pounds.
Wow.
And so everyone was asking me, what are you taking? And it's not
Yeah.
Ozempic. And so I was like, guys, it's all natural, and here's the link if you want to try it. People started buying it.
Yeah.
And then I started earning commissions like, hey, that's pretty good. So I love it because I'm helping people with their health problem. But at the same time, a lot of people have started come up to me to ask, can I be a reseller? Can I be a distributor?
Yes.
And I realized that I also love to mentor and teach. So I've been teaching people how to make income on the side. I have probably like 13, 15 people making 100,000 pesos up.
That's amazing.
I have like 50 people already making 10,000 pesos up.
Yeah.
Just by working with them and mentoring them. Number one, I help them first with their health. When they
Yeah.
see the results, I said, okay, this is how you make it a
You're the
business.
example first.
Exactly. Exactly. So I was like, you're the walking billboard. You gotta look the part. So yeah, that's how I chanced. Now, when we
How
when
many
we converse
people are
like
you
this,
now?
nakalimutan ko na ano yung question.
That's okay. I love it. You know what? Okay, first of all,
yeah.
I have a couple of insights from what you shared.
Okay.
Number one, I love that you said, yeah, I'm doing the laundry, whatever. She's like, but I can outsource this. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs forget that you can outsource the stuff you're not good at, right? And if you focus on your talent and your skill, you can
Yes.
grow your business and help other people by providing income to the people that you outsource. So my biggest
go.
mistake as an entrepreneur was doing everything myself.
Right.
And then once I started saying, committing, and it's actually a mindset and an energy shift. Once you start saying, I'm going to grow my business to the point that I need to outsource certain things, your business actually grows with you.
It scales. Yeah.
It's crazy because once I was like, I'm going to invest in a team, I'm going to have this, blah, blah, blah. And then bigla lang, more stuff comes in because you've expanded the container in
Build
which you can
and it
hold.
will come.
Absolutely. I
The
just
demand will
made
come.
that shift this
But
year.
it definitely, as an entrepreneur, it's really timpla or balance.
Yes.
So, building it can come. Parang mamaya you invest so
too
much.
much.
You're
It's
so
it's
leveraged.
slowly.
Naghiram ka pa ng pera or something to build.
No.
Wala pala.
Yeah.
So it's really a good timpla. And that's what an entrepreneur really is. It's kind of making timpla every day. How much should I invest and grow? And
Correct.
how much can I risk? Babalik ba siya? Diba?
Yes. And what's great
So-
is I love that you've embraced that you're a mentor and you're a teacher, that there's no gatekeeping of your success. And I think that's the difference between today's girl boss versus the old girl boss. Right?
Yeah.
The
So
old,
before, it's
diba?
like, akin
Old-
lang to. Wag niyo i-share yung
correct.
secret. Sa akin lang to.
Oo,
Whereas now,
yes.
it's like, let's
Go,
build the community.
share,
Right?
yes.
So, that's what, I was talking to Scott downstairs and I was telling him, you know what? This year, I realized that I'm a community builder. And that's one of my superpowers. And it really comes from student council, being part of Luke and Antioch Church.
Yeah.
Diba? When we were teenagers.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Right?
vintage.
It's so vintage.
Vintage na talaga, 20 plus
you know,
years
like
ago.
it was really all that going to immersions, being able to talk to every single economic class,
Yeah.
diba?
You even lived in Bukidnon.
I lived in Malay-Balay, Bukidnon for a
Yes,
full
you
year,
did.
and that's why I'm a teacher because I taught preschool
Yeah.
children for a full year as a volunteer. So
Yeah.
lahat ng skills na natutunan ko in my whole life, parang now it's coming into fruition. Now
Yes.
that I'm 40, I'm able to embrace it and I'm able to really like embrace the skill and use it productively.
Amazing.
I'm
How
trying-
empowering
It's super,
when
super.
everything comes together and you're not
And so
shying
natural.
away. Yeah.
And you're happy. You're happy doing it.
look at that.
Right? So far, we have that wellness business that I talked
So the
about.
Feel Great project.
The Feel Great project. And then the second one is Kick to Pedal. It doesn't only end, wellness doesn't end with us mommies. It has to transcend into our children.
Yeah.
And with our children, Justin and I have been very conscious about iPad time. The only time we charge their iPad is when we ride on an airplane.
Yes, I
So we're going to
understand.
Paris and in May, and Hunter's already planning what he's gonna watch in the iPad in May. It's only March.
Yeah.
So, and you know this, you've gone to,
I'm very strict also.
yeah, in your Bhutan trips and all these things
Mongolia.
with zero.
Every time we
Mongolia.
travel,
They have a
Bhutan,
notebook,
Mongolia, anywhere,
right?
even in Canada, we spend 2 weeks on a lake. It's a totally zero screen time. No TV, no
Yeah.
iPad,
Absolutely.
no phone, no nothing. And they know it. They know the drill. I always tell them, if you're just going to use iPad while we travel, I won't bring you na. Sayang lang your ticket.
I love it.
Because
And that's
what?
why we're friends.
What? Yeah, diba? Like, what for? Why am I gonna spend all this money, time, and effort? I'll just go with Scott if you're not interested.
Exactly.
To be involved, to be immersed, to try
I
new
know,
food.
to be in
like,
the train and look outside.
yeah, absolutely. That's how we grew up, right?
Exactly. We do have the Feel Great for the older people, but then for the kids, what we've launched is Kick to Pedal. So it is push biking, starts at age 2. At age 2, they can already start racing. Isn't it
Yeah,
so cute?
so cute.
So 2 to 8 years old, they learn the skill of balance, coordination,
Yeah, galing.
and strength.
You know, I
Training,
wish my
right?
kids had that when they were growing up because it was actually so that type of bike was very popular in Europe.
Yes.
And I couldn't find it. It was so hard to bring home, blah blah blah. So
Absolutely.
parang and then I don't live in a village, so it's kind of so it's nice that you're actually organizing these areas where people can come. So even if you're in a apartment building, you
Yes.
can
So
go.
that was one of my my kids were very much into push biking and scootering in Australia. When we got to Manila, we had no space for it. Like,
Yeah.
where are they
Saan?
gonna do this? So I decided with some of my friends, let's put up this company and then let's create these races. At least it's a safe space for kids to get on their bike and actually even race, right? And the skill of biking will stay with them
Yeah,
as they
forever.
grow old. Can you imagine? Just imagine this stuff. Tour de France winner is a Filipino.
Oh my
For
gosh.
example, and he's 20, for example. Kunyari 22 siya. O nag-start siya ng 2 years old with kick to pedal.
Love it.
Kung 22 na siya, ibig sabihin, he's had a 20-year career in biking na.
Yeah,
At
that's so
22,
cute.
diba? How cute!
I
So
love
sabi
it.
ko, let that be our vision and our goal. And whether it happens or not, it's just nice to have as something that motivates
Yeah.
us. So most of my business that I do, whether it's Belo, Feel Great, or Kick to Pedal, the objective is really community building, and it's really impact first, giving value into the community, injecting value into the community, and then profit later. I just feel like, of course, we know this in the energy world that money is merely energy and it's being exchanged for something we put into the community. So if people want to pay me for it, it's a blessing, right?
Absolutely. So, first of all, I think that sums up really what a girl boss is like today. Because at the end of the day, number one, it's like what you said, it's about purpose. Impact first, profit later. And number two, community building.
Yes.
That is huge. And I think there's a lot of things that we can learn from you in terms of that, and for people who run their business, because, it's not just about keeping the profit for myself, but actually reaping the benefits as a whole, as a community, putting things back, empowering other people so that they can feel better, do better, earn more. And I love this, number three, about the money. It's not about accumulation, it's an exchange. I personally had to work through a lot of money blocks because it's so hard,
Let's talk
diba?
about that, because I did too. You know what? And this was why I was a volunteer. So I went to Assumption, lots of immersions. In church, I had lots of immersions. I went to Ateneo, Man for Others.
Yeah.
So medyo galit ako sa pera,
Yeah,
right?
service,
And
diba? Parang I'm the same because I come from a political family. It's like you're not doing good if you're earning money. Selfish ka if you're earning money.
Diba?
Parang in my head, selfish ka if you're earning money.
Which is weird
It is
for us.
weird.
But galit ako sa pera, and that's why after college, I was like, magva-volunteer ako. So I became a Jesuit volunteer, and I was assigned to Bukidnon for a year. Then I eventually realized that money is just a tool. And if you are a good person, you can do a lot of good with money. And then if you're a bad person, of course, you can
Bad
do
then.
a lot of bad things with money. So I really had to work out my relationship with money as well. There were times like I would do things for free just because I didn't want to get paid for it. Nahihiya ako to accept
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
Parang the universe wants to shove money down your throat. Ito na, binibigay ko na sa'yo. And you're like, hindi. Parang nahihiya pa ako at that time. And it boils down to me not having a good relationship with money. And I feel like I had to work through that. And especially now that I have a family, I'm like, kailangan ko pala ng pera.
Yeah. Mahal ng school.
May grocery pala, may internet pala, and I don't live na in my mom's house, so parang that's also that whole responsibility.
Wait till they go to
like,
big school.
Oh
but
my God,
no.
it just poured into me, and I'm like, ooh, I should stop doing things for free.
Yeah, you know
People
what?
are willing to pay me naman
Yes,
pala
why
for
not?
it,
There's
right?
value, right? So
Yeah.
like a couple of things. Mine was like twofold. Like if you are doing something good, like for service, it's bad to accept money.
Yes.
Kasi parang in my head, like, oh, then it's not for service. Parang in my head, it was like, oh, if it's for good, dapat donation, right? And second, there was also a thing where people didn't want to pay me kasi they had in their mind na, mayaman ka naman, di mo naman kailangan. And I was like, parang, it was a weird thing because I felt ashamed to ask for payment. So parang I devalued my work subconsciously.
Oh my God, me
so,
too. I
so
devalued
parang
my
like
work.
I would have clients before I would submit my article, and even if the pay was just 3,000, that's still gas, guys. That's still like that's significant amount of money. That's still 1 week worth of gasoline, right? And they were like, ay, wag na, don't pay her na kasi mayaman naman yan. And I'm like, and then that would hit me hard, and I would be jahed to fight for my paycheck, and then at the same time I would feel bad kasi parang na-devaluate yung work ko. Why is my work not valuable, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a weird space to live in, and I really had to sort it out. And my biggest realization was, think of it as a temple or a church, right? Like a poor church or a poor temple is just taking from people, asking for donations, asking for help,
Yes.
asking for ano. But a wealthy church, a wealthy temple can give back, right? So if you and can welcome in their space, you can have a shiny, beautiful temple, a shiny, beautiful church, a shiny, beautiful community center with a lot of funds. Not only can you welcome more people, you can help more people, and
Yeah.
vice versa. So, parang I really had to fix that. And then not too long ago, if you guys haven't watched the episode with Christine Fernandez, she's Miss Fernandez on Instagram, amazing influencer from KOL from Australia who's Filipina. She has the most incredible insight about claiming your abundance and your money and using energy for that. And one of the things she said was, write 100 things that you would do if you had unlimited money.
Ooh.
And then she's like, and it makes sense, you almost likely won't write anything selfish. When people do this exercise and say, if I have unlimited money, most of the time, for the 100,
Yeah.
it's hard to fill 100.
Yeah.
More often than not, the majority of the things you write are to help other people. And then with that, you can trust that I want to accept.
Yes, you
The
can be a
abundance.
vessel to help others.
Absolutely.
But okay, going back to selfishness, and I want to get your thoughts on this. So, do you think that an entrepreneur or a woman or needs to be a tad bit selfish to be able to put herself out there and put her agenda first? You know, because
Yes.
part of growing a business is putting your agenda first, right?
Yeah.
So, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. This is like just like money.
Yes.
Selfishness is a word that I do have I struggle
Yes,
with.
you have to be selfish. It's not so much being selfish with your money or your accumulation of wealth. No, because that's just material things. They come and go.
Right.
We can't take it to your. You do have to be selfish with your energy because you only have to give from your overflow. If you give from your own cup, it'll be empty. So you
Right.
have to keep that cup full. You have to make sure that you are fulfilled, that you are healthy, that you are
Absolutely.
well, because you will run yourself ragged, and in the end, there's nothing left to give.
So that's why talaga I really focus on beauty and wellness. And I really want to empower women to take care of themselves. Madami tayong nakikitang mga babae dyan that give their all to their families. Wala na silang trabaho. They just stay home, stay-at-home moms, and all they do is serve. And that's why I like this Feel Great business, which is my mentorship business, because I want stay-at-home moms to have power. Kahit
Yes.
konti, at least you earn your own income. Madami tayong nakikita like women who don't have jobs and their husband makes all the money. The husband, cheats on them, abuses them sa bahay, physical abuse,
And they
whatever.
can't
Wala
leave.
silang magawa. They can't leave.
They can't leave.
Because wala silang sariling income. So that is one of my subjects. Like, that's one of the groups that I really want to help.
Yeah.
And with our project, you can do it from Zoom at home, right? So I really am hoping that doors open for me there where I can help so many women just earn their own income somehow.
You know what? Honestly, I will say this and get really personal here. The reason why I was able to really leave my relationship for many reasons, but I recognize that I had the privilege of being financially independent. And I know that a lot of women stay in abusive relationships because
They have
they
no
have no
choice.
recourse and they have
Yeah.
no choice. And I hope you don't mind, but I will say this. This is also why I'm pro-divorce, because, it's so difficult and expensive to get an annulment. But a man will always have the same name. He can keep going on with his life and state that he's single even if he's married. There's no change. But a woman who has been forced to change his name, although that's not the law anymore, she can't get a bank loan. She can't open a business or purchase property without her husband's signature. So imagine inaabuso ka na sa bahay. Okay, then you're going.
Binablock pa yung opportunities mo
Yes, you
sa
can't leave.
buhay.
If
Yeah.
you and then even if you decide, sige, bahala na, I'll find my way, I'll leave. How are you gonna start a business?
Right.
You can't make utang from the bank kasi you need signatory ng asawa mo. Kasi iba yung name sa birth certificate and iba yung name sa ID. Diba? So, na your married status, and then you want to buy a house for yourself. Maybe you earned so much money na. Hustle ka ng hustle, you earn so much money, you can't even own a house because you still need his signatory.
Wow.
So, number one, being financially independent is so important, but also lobby na for that freedom. Because it's,
Steph for senator.
Yeah, I know. Hanggang podcaster. No thanks. No politics for me. But yeah, so it's really important for women to be, I wouldn't say selfish, but to know her power and not to give it up easily. Because once we give up our power, it's very hard to take it back. And it comes with a lot of self-forgiveness.
Yes, and honestly, to be present for the people that you love and to give 100% of
Yeah.
yourself, you need to be at 100%.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
we've
first.
been there.
Before
You know,
that.
when you've had a shitty day and you feel tired and ragged, pangit by your hair, you have a big pimple, you feel like yucky, the whole day went bad. Like, you're just in the kitchen cooking and then, mama, right?
Yeah.
You snap. You snap at
Yes.
your kids and they
Yes.
don't deserve it. That's also why I went into this whole mindfulness, wellness, shaman staff. That's but that's why I went into this journey, because I wanted to give my children always my 100%. And if I'm not feeling 100%, I actually hide from them. I tell them I'm not feeling great, so I'm gonna like
Back off from
cocoon.
you guys
Yeah,
for a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they understand, but it's really, now I feel like I have the tools, and so it's really important. Whatever it is that works for you guys, is it prayer, is it exercise, do what you need to do to fill that cup.
Self-awareness, I think, is something that you
Super.
can advocate for, right? And
Yeah.
people just have to, parang you have to be aware of your PC. Gano'n kahaba yung PC mo,
Correct.
diba? Your energy levels and what brings you joy,
Yeah.
right? So fill your cup with what brings this morning stroll. Minsan it doesn't take much, guys. It doesn't have to be a
No.
1 hour massage. It can be like stepping out of your house, walking 1 block to get some sun. That gives you energy
Dude,
already.
I sit and I drink my cacao, because I don't drink coffee
Yeah.
to buy. I drink my cacao with my dogs in the morning every day for 30 minutes by myself. If it's raining, I'm by the window. If it's
Yeah.
not, I'm on the terrace. But I need that time
Yeah.
every morning. And then I won't lie. Sometimes if people join me, I get pickled. I'm like, this is my alone time. Mamaya ka na. I'm like, this is like my quiet time. I just sit. I read. Whatever it is. I listen to the birds. I became a bird person. Like, so, yeah, you just need that. It doesn't have to be expensive. You got to
Exactly.
fill your cup.
One small thing that makes you happy every morning.
What's your one small thing?
Wow. Okay. I go straight into work. I'm trying to think. You know what? Working out gives me so much joy. Like yesterday, and here's the community builder in me. Yesterday in your house, which is now my house.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my
I
God.
live in Stephanie's old house in
Love it.
the south. So, Rufa was there, Garlic was there, Carla Estrada was there. Nagbaboxing kami.
Love
So,
it.
it's both. Like, I'm able to use my energy, do some cardio, and then, have my friends over, build the community, be a good example to my friends as well that they need fitness in their life.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. Like, kunyari, it's Rufa's turn to box. Garlic and I will go on a walk around the block. Para it just keeps our
You
cardio
going,
up,
yeah.
still going, right? Like we
I
don't get
love
cold.
that.
So it's really cute. So we actually have a chat in the village.
What's it called?
Wow, boxing. But it includes Rocio and Justin Gun and,
Cute.
all our friends. And it's literally, guys, this is the schedule and this is when we're boxing. Who wants to show up? So
I
it's
love
pretty
it. You know what? We've mentioned this so many times. For all the entrepreneurs out there, or, moms that want to start a business or maybe have a business, let's give some tips on what it means to do community building.
Right.
How do you start a community? Ako, I will listen. I'm trying to grow my community. But yeah, what does it mean to build a community?
I think basically, I love and I'm part of your channel.
Yeah.
So Stephanie has a channel on Instagram,
Cute.
so please join her channel. But she always gives amazing value, amazing information in the channel for free. So you can just join. So I think it really starts with that. Like everyone has their niche,
Yeah.
right? And even though there are 10 people following you, that's still 10 people who are listening to you.
Absolutely.
So for me, a lot of people get so obsessed. Ay, 100 lang yung likes. Can you imagine 100 people in a room clapping for you and saying, we like your content? That's 100
That's
people.
so true. Dude, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people,
Yeah.
right? So people get sad, ay, parang 50 lang yung nag-like. Dude, can you imagine 50 people in a room? Like,
Yeah.
visualize it. So, and we always have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, it's really about that, putting yourself out there. What is it about you that you can share with the world that people would be interested to learn about or hear? And something that you give to the community, which I love, is just energy and it's consciousness about when the full moon is.
Mga woo-woo
And mga
stuff.
woo-woo stuff with stuff. Parang hindi ko na yan nahahanap anywhere else. Sa kanya lang. So, that's why it's like, she's my dose of woo-woo every day. How to take care of my soul. Kailan bang full moon? Kailangan ko i-charge yung ganito ko. So, how to drink cacao.
Yeah, it's funny, I'm sure you were also the same before. Parang I would think like, sino ba ako magbigay ng advice?
Absolutely.
Diba? Like with that imposter syndrome. Like, sino ba ako? What value do I have? But when I actually shifted the way I worked and the way I thought of myself, that my own personal story, my actual experiences, which is unique, my way of storytelling, that's the value, right? I don't
Absolutely.
need certificates. I don't need, like it helps, but at the end of the day, your audience that is uniquely your audience will connect with you. You're not going to be for everyone, but you're going to be the right one for the right people.
So I love what you said about storytelling. And, I mentor women and some of them have a hard time. Parang, how do I sell this product to my friends? And I tell them, honestly, it's really not about selling the products. Na-feel mo ba yung result ng product sa buhay mo? Yes, na-feel ko. Okay,
Yeah.
so ano yung nakita mong, like, positive results sa buhay mo? Oh, na-reverse ang PCOS ko, or I no longer need to take metformin for my diabetes, or I am off my cholesterol medication. Guys, that's
major.
That is super major. You don't have to have a doctor's degree to say that. Just share your personal story.
Yeah.
Someone in your community will connect with you and they'll reach out to you and want to try the products as well. So that is it. Don't be fearful about putting yourself out there, but be authentic.
Yeah.
Major, right? That's
Yeah.
a major tip. Be authentic. You don't want the imposter syndrome. Pag hindi ka authentic, you'll put out one content, tas after a while, wala na ako masasabi about the topic. Diba?
Yeah.
Pero kung authentic ka, actually, na-reverse ko, yan ang PCOS ko, that's what happened to me, ha? So, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I gain weight easily. Like, I have hair in different places. So, it's really I have insulin resistance, so that is major. And so, konting kain ko lang ng sugar, I really bloat
And you
I
love
gain
sweets
weight. And
pa,
I
no?
love sweets pa. Super, Steph knows this. So, when I just shared my results about losing weight, how it reversed my PCOS, then people started gravitating towards me. Si Nicole Hernandez naman, it reversed her cholesterol.
Yeah.
So that was her pillar. So when you think of content, we're going into social media
Love
right
it.
now.
I'm getting a
So when you-
masterclass. Ako nang mini-mentor.
When you
Love
think
it.
of content, and Steph knows this, just think of like, start with one pillar or two pillars or three pillars. So with me, family life, people like that, the kid activities, which I really push, diba? Because I do my biking, and then wellness, and then
Yeah.
beauty, all the lifestyle and events that I attend. So practically, those are my 5 content pillars. When you go to my Instagram, everything that I post just revolves around that. So be authentic, be consistent, always show up. You have to always show up, because kung hindi ka mag-show up, people can't count on you. Diba? So for them to see you like minimum 3-4 times a week, and then even sa stories non-committal siya, 24 hours lang yan. So
Galing
kung
mo, girl.
shy ka
I'm listening
mag-post,
na here.
lagay mo na lang sa stories mo, but at least people still see you and they know you're present.
Yes.
And they kind of like become a friend of yours
Yeah.
in their world and in your world as well.
I love it. As I get older, sometimes I become an introvert. So there are times I'm like, mag-go offline, but I see the drop, and you really do have to show up because, at the end of the day, they are counting on your insight and your input
Yes,
and the
yes.
inspiration. And, you have to embrace all of that you can be that source for other
And
people.
that also goes into not just social media, but into community building, right?
Yes.
So you were asking about community a while ago. It's really just showing up to, we planned out our calendar for Paseo de Rojas in Makati Triangle. It's planned out for the whole year.
It's
So it's
amazing.
already like fourth Sunday of the month. We are there. Count on it. We'll see
Love
you
it.
there, sort of thing. So it's really just showing up all the time.
That's amazing. Look at that. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
I
Know. Can you imagine? Ang layo na
know.
natin.
Ang layo.
From like
Steph and I
our
have
party
been friends since we were
dancing
like
days.
teenagers or
High
20-year-old, high
school.
school.
Girl, high school. I've
And we
known you
were so
since high
shallow.
school. We were shallow.
And we were like, we'd make cheese.
No, but you know what?
We
No,
talk
to
about
be,
other
sandali lang.
people.
To
Like,
be,
away nito, away na ganon.
pero to be fair to
We've gone
us,
so far.
we were always service-oriented.
We were.
We were.
And that's
Madami
something
tayong volunteer work and whatever.
Yes,
But
exactly. Habitat for Humanity and all these things. And that's why parang we kind of just kept coming back. We're not super close. We didn't even go to the same school together.
No.
I'm older than she is. You're
40.
40, I'm 42. But, like different schools talaga. Our worlds didn't really super cross. But parang Steph and I always gravitated towards each other.
Yeah,
And
we always intersected
Yeah,
and
and
had
I
deep
think-
conversations for sure.
She comes into my dreams sometimes. I told you that.
I know. I remember. Love it.
Yeah, so
Ito
we have
na.
a soulful connection, and it's just always so nice to touch base with someone who also understands and sees the other realm of this life. So
Yeah, it's so special. And, nothing brings me more joy in this type of work than to help shine even more light on empowered women like you. And even more special when she's a friend. So super happy.
yeah. I
So
mean, we
proud
have
of
our
you.
blood sisters, and then we have sisters like this. Like,
Absolutely.
we just really want to support each other, and it's not crab mentality, it's abundance mentality. There's so much space for so many people.
100%.
And we are both here to conquer whatever realm that you want to go into.
Even 5D.
There you go.
Up to space.
There you
And that, I think, guys, is really the definition of what a girl boss is today. Doesn't matter what hat
Inclusive.
you're wearing, it's inclusive, it's community building, and I love what you said, impact first, profit
Later,
after.
yes.
Yeah.
And one more thing is that a lot of times our nurture, our nurturing value or characteristic, we kind of play it down, right?
do.
Because when we step into the entrepreneur world or the boss world,
Parang you think it's for men. You have to operate like a
Yes,
man.
Exactly.
Mali.
And then when you embrace that, na, I can lead and be nurturing at the same time. I don't have
100%.
to be, super strict, black and white. May nurturing capabilities ako. Dalhin mo yan sa workplace ninyo. It just changes the game.
And you know what? And that is really the definition of what it is to have soft power, to have that divine feminine leading with the divine feminine. And it's a lot of the work that I do in my workshops as
Absolutely.
well that, we don't, in order to succeed in life, it doesn't mean that we have to operate like a man. We don't. Our essences are different. Our energy, our connection to nature and to the fluctuating tides. We have our cycles. Like we have to lead with that nurturing energy. It's our value, right?
Absolutely.
We have to lead with our intuition. We have to, build communities, right?
yes,
So it's super beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you,
was so
Steph. I know you have like
special.
10 more questions there, which we didn't even
Okay na
tackle.
yan. Never mind na.
But
Next
ang dami
time
na namin
ulit.
pinag-usapan.
Next time ulit. Ang
Thanks for
dami
having
na.
me. I love this podcast. So thanks, guys.
Super. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys, learned something from this. This was such a rich conversation. And it also feels like chikahan, which is amazing.
I really wanted to see you because she came from her wonderful Vietnam retreat, which was the first time she's done in a 5-star resort. So I wanted to come personally congratulate
Thank
you.
you. Super thank you.
Stephanie's retreats are those moments where I really tap into the divine feminine that she's talking about. Because sometimes when you do your work and you get so engrossed and, parang nandun ka na sa work mo, parang you forget to zoom out and say, ito yung power ko. Parang you're just doing the work every day, every day, every day. So there are moments when you need to actually zoom out, be in Steph's retreat, and then,
Love it.
parang energize yourself, get that power again so that you can go back into the work.
Thank you. Wow, I have a plug by. Love
I
it.
know.
I'm going to take that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Honestly, it's really about, I've coined a term, it's a soulful embodiment practice.
Okay.
And I really want you to feel.
Okay.
What does power feel like? What does energy feel like? What does love feel like? What does fulfillment and expansion and your infinite capacity feel like? And that's what I hope to give people who attend my workshops, who attend my retreat with the soulful embodiment practice. And thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And like you said, you are now coming like full circle, bringing all the things that you've done together in
and the
synergy. And mine feels the same with this
Yeah.
retreat. All the things that I love. So it's super special.
Together we are limitless and infinite.
Exactly.
So,
Oh my gosh.
thanks again,
Dame pa.
Steph.
Thank you guys. I hope you really, there was so much wisdom here in a fun way. That wisdom doesn't have to be mabigat. Wisdom can also be like lighthearted, but heartfelt. Whatever space you are in your journey, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a mom? Are you a dad? Are you at the crossroads of your life? Just know that, knowing your purpose and, trusting yourself and just trust the journey that you're in and kind of leaning into the people around you, to the community and the support. You got this. You'll make it. So with that, I want to say thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. I'm so excited. I found out that we're nearing 3,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. Please rate this podcast. Please share it. And don't forget to scroll down. So many other wonderful insights down there. And follow Cristalle. Where can they see you, babe?
At Cristalle Belo on Instagram.
Okay, wonderful. And of course, all her businesses, Kick to Pedal, Belo Essentials, and the Feel Great Project. Thank you so much. This has been Stephanie Zubiri, bite-sized information to nourish your body, mind, and spirit for Soulful Feast.